What is up, guys? We are facing Mister Sinister on expert mode with Cable. So the main scheme is to set aside the flight, super strength, and telepathy encounter sets right here, and then put Hope Summers into play under the first player's control. So we have Hope Summers right here. Her base thwart and base attack are equal to the thwart attack of your hero, and if Hope Summer leaves play, the players lose the game. So let's flip this over. So main scheme stage 1 says, when reviewed, remove one random stage 2 from the game, then advance to a random stage 2A. So let's randomly shuffle these up, and we'll remove one of them from the game. And then let's flip the top one here. So we are going to be starting off with taking off. So attach the flight attachment. That's going to be this one right here. So now Mr. Sinister has +1 attack. He also gains the aerial trait, and his attacks have overkill. And then the main scheme sets to shuffle these 4 cards into the encounter deck. So we shuffle up the flight modular set into here. And then when it's complete, then we advance to the other stage 2A. And if we cannot advance to any more stage 2As, then we go to stage 3A. So these two will be set aside for whatever the next encounter set or the next main scheme is. This will start off with 1 threat. Mr. Sinister has a when reviewed. Place 1 threat on the main scheme, 2 threat instead. If Mr. Sinister has fewer than 2 superpower attachment, he only has 1. So you're going to place 2 more threats. So this will start off with 3 actually. And then let's see, +2 per turn. And then we did all of that, so we're going to shuffle up the player deck here. And then draw up to our hand size of 6. All right, and let's see what we got. So we got Nick Fury, which we do want. We got Lock and Load, which is pretty good as well. And let's see, I think we want to go ahead and mulligan discard. Actually, can we? Oh, Sunfire can't get rid of this because this is a permanent attachment. Let's go ahead and mulligan these 4 cards and discard them, and then draw 4 more. All right. So with Cable setup ability, Soldier X, we can search our deck and discard pile for a player's side scheme put into play. So let's get our build support here. And shuffle up. All right, so build support will come in here with 3 threat. Okay, so let's see. We're just gonna go ahead and flip over to Hero Form Cable here. So Hope Summer now has 2 Thor and 2 attack, because Cable has 2 Thor and 2 attack. We're gonna have Hope Thor for 2 from build support. That'll bring this down to 1. And then we're gonna have Cable Thor for 2. That'll clear build support off. Whenever this side scheme is defeated, it's gonna go into the victory display right here. And then we can search our deck and discard pile for a support with a cost of 3 or less to put into play. So let's get our Gray Malkin here. Cable has an effect. After he defeats a side scheme once per turn, he can ready back up. So let's go ahead and ready him after he defeated the build support. All right, let's see here. Next, we're going to let's use a Gray Malkin to generate 1 resource. This will be 3 more for a total 4, so we can play Nick Fury. When Nick Fury enters play, choose 1. Let's pick the one and draw 3 cards. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then, let's see. I think we want to. Do we want Ironheart right now? Or if we play Ironheart and draw a card for Lock and Loaded. No, we want to get Lock and Loaded down first. So let's go ahead and use this as a resource so we can play our Lock and Loaded here. So this will come with 2 threat. And then we will have Cable go ahead and thwart for 2. That'll clear off the Lock and Loaded. So when this one's defeated, we can search our deck and discard pile for a weapon upgrade with a cost of 3 or less and put it into play. So let's get our Plasma Rifle. We can put that into play. And the Lock and Loaded will go into the victory display now. Okay, and then Cable can only be ready once per phase after defeating Side Scheme, but we can ready up the Grey Malkin after Side Scheme is defeated. So we have that back. And then trying to, let's see, we play Technovirus Purge. We can actually clear it off right now. We want to go ahead and do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and play. No, I don't want to clear it off right now. Okay, let's use the Grey Malkin to generate a resource. This would be a second resource, so we can play Ironheart. Whenever she enters play from your hand, we can draw a card. So there's one card here. We got Valkyrie. Okay, let's go ahead and play the Technovirus Purge here. This will come with 5 threat. And only Cable can remove threat from the Technovirus Purge. And then let's go ahead and use our Plasma Rifle. We can exhaust this card, spend an energy resource. We're going to use Valkyrie as an energy resource to do damage to an enemy equal to the amount of Side Scheme Victory Display. So 2 damage here for build support and lock and loaded. So we can hit Mister Sinister for 2. That'll bring from 17 down to 15. And then Nick, Fear, and Ironheart will both thwart for a total 1, 2, 3. So 3 threat going off the main scheme here. They will both take consequential damage. That will end our turn. So let's ready back up. And then we're going to keep the Mind Scan in our hand and draw back up to our hand size here. 5. Okay. All right, so it is Mr. Sinister's turn. 1 threat to the main scheme. Oh, 2 threat. I mean, it's +2 per turn. Yikes. Okay. And then he is going to attack us with a base of 3, and his attacks have overkill here with the flight. So, should we just take this to the face? Okay, no, let's have Nick Fear defend still. So this will be his boost card of 2 damage, just hitting us for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Nick will take 2 because he has 2 hit points left, and then 3 damage will bleed over the Cable. So Nick gets his card, we're taking 3, dropping from 12 down to 9. Then we get 1 face down encounter card, which is Get Nasty. This is a side scheme with 3 threat. Each minion gets +1 attack. When reviewed, place 1 threat here for each minion in play. There are no minions. And then search the encounter and discard pile for a Nasty Boy minion and reveal it. Okay, so we're going to search, actually, okay, there's nothing there. So we're going to search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Nasty Boy minion and reveal that minion. Let's see here. So we have, well, this guy will stun each character when he's reviewed. This guy's attack has piercing, and he has retaliate 1. Let's see, when he attacks, exhaust the character you control. This guy might be the chosen. So it gets reviewed, which means if we get this guy, he's going to surge. So we don't want to surge. This guy has toughness checks. Okay, I think we're going to get George's George. He seems to be the one with the least detrimental effect. Whenever George's George attacks you, exhaust a character you control. So nothing happens with him right now. Okay, and that will resolve the Get Nasty. Let's see, and then, yeah. Okay, so it is back to our turn. All right, we want to clear the Technovirus Purge. Do we want to use a hand cannon for that? No, I think we want to use our Telekinetic Blast. Okay, let's go ahead and use the Grey Malkin here to generate a resource. This will be a second resource, so it can play a Mind Scan. Hero action thwart, remove 3 threat from a scheme. Remove 1 additional threat from a scheme for each side scheme in Victory Display. So we have 2. It's going to be 5 threat. We can completely clear off the Technovirus Purge. This will go into the Victory Display. Cable has +1 thwart, +1 attack, and +1 defense while this is in the Victory Display. And then Hope Summers will copy that, so she's going to have 3 thwart and 3 attack as well. All right, we can move this over a little bit. After defeating a side scheme, we can ready up the Grey Malkin. Okay. And then let's see. I think we want to clear the Get Nasty. Cable can ready back up if we do that. And then we want to get Coffer back as well. Okay, let's have Cable go ahead and, no, we need to use the Grey Malkin. Okay, so let's shift it back over. We're gonna use Grey Malkin to generate a resource so we can play Coffer backup. This is coming with 3 threat. When it's defeated, we can search our deck and discard pile for an ally and put it into play. Okay, and then we're gonna have Cable thwart for 3 here because we have +1 thwart with the Technovirus Purge. We'll Coffer backup. That will defeat this. It's gonna go into the Victory Display. When our discard's defeated, we can search our deck and discard pile for an ally and put it into play. So let's get Nick Fury. That was just his card. Put him into play. Whenever he enters play, we can choose one. Let's pick the one and draw 3 cards. So getting another 3 cards here. Okay. And then after defeating a side scheme, Cable can ready once per phase. We can also ready up the Gray Malkin here after a side scheme is defeated. Okay, and then I think I want to play the hand cannon. We can also get established perimeter, but we can have Nick also tank another hit for us too. Okay, I definitely want to. Okay, let's go ahead and use the plasma rifle. We can exhaust this, spend an energy resource. We're gonna use Gray Malkin to generate an energy resource. So we do damage to this minion equal to the amount of side skin in victory's play. It's gonna be 4 damage. That'll defeat this minion here. And nothing happens when he's defeated. Okay. And then we will have, let's have Hope Thort for 3, because she has 3 Thort right here to clear off to get nasty. And then nothing happens when this is defeated. When a side skin is defeated, we can write up the Gray Malkin again. And then let's go ahead. Do we want to get superpower training out here right now? Let's see, if we do that, we can clear it. We could also play boot camp. But I don't think I need it this turn because we're gonna have Nick just thwart. Okay, let's go ahead and use the Gray Malkin so we can generate a resource so we can play superpower training. This is coming with 3 threat. Okay, and then let's use this as a double resource when paying for a red card so we can play our hand cannon. This is coming with 3 charge counters. Whenever your hero attacks, we can exhaust the hand cannon and remove a charge counter to give Cable +2 attack for that attack. So let's go ahead and have Nick Fury. Do we need to throw from the main scheme or should we let it accumulate a little bit? I think we're actually going to let the main scheme accumulate. Okay, let's have Nick swing for 2 at Mister Sinister. So that'll bring him from 15 down to 13. Nick will take a consequential damage. Cable is going to attack Mister Sinister with a base of 3 attack. We're going to use the hand cannon, remove 1. Cable gets +2, so it's going to be 5 attack. That's going to bring Mister Sinister from 13 down to 8. Okay, and we're just going to keep the main scheme there. And we're going to keep these cards in our hand as well. Let's end our turn. We're going to ready everyone back up. And then draw back up to our hand size here of 5. Okay, so it is Mr. Sinister's turn. 2 threat on the main scheme. It's going to go up to 4 here. And it flips at 5, which we don't want. Mr. Sinister's going to attack us with a base of 3 with overkill. We're going to have Nick Fury defend again. This would be his boost card of 0. Okay, so he's doing 3 damage. Nick's going to soak 2. 1 will bleed over to Cable. So we drop from 9 down to 8. Then we get a face down encounter card, which is an advance. Oh no. Okay, so he's going to scheme here. So he's scheming with the base of 2 plus the boost card here of boost effect. For his activation, as soon as he gets +1 scheme, +1 attack for each 2 card type. So he gets +1 scheme. So scheming for a total of 3. That's going to flip this. I think, let's see, if we cleared it, it still would have flipped anyways. Yeah, because it only has 5. Okay. So when it's completed, advance to the other stage 2A. And then this will get removed. So this one is focusing in. Let's start off with 1 threat. Want to attach the telepathy attachment to Mr. Sinister. So we have this one right here. And then shuffle the rest of the telepathy cards. So he now has the psionic trait and retaliate 1. Yikes. Okay, and then when this one's defeated, we're going to advance to stage 3. And we're going to shuffle up these 4 telepathy cards into the encounter deck. Okay, so that retaliate is going to be pretty nasty, especially for Hope. All right, and then that is the encounter card, so it's back to our turn. Okay, let's see. So we have a mind scan, but it's not going to be useful right here. So I think we want to play boot camp. Give our allies some more attack. Okay, let's go ahead and use the Gray Malkin to generate a resource. This would be 2 more for a total of 3, so we can play boot camp. This card, each ally we control gets +1 attack. Next, I think we clear off superpower training, we can still get a... Okay, so we're going to have Cable go ahead and thwart for 3 from superpower training. That will clear this off, and this will go into the victory display. When this one is defeated, we can search our deck and discard pile for a identity-specific upgrade and put it into play. So let's look through our our deck for our Telekinetic Force Field. When a friendly character will take any amount of damage, we can discard this and prevent all that damage. So that will help us tank a hit from Mister Sinister here. Okay. And then I think we... Oh, and then after defeating Side Skin, we ready up Cable once per phase, and we can also ready up the Grey Malkin here. We want to flip him for sure. Let's see, Hope has 4 attack right now. Because of Cable has 3, so she copies that, and +1 from Boot Camp, because she's an ally that we control. And we can Plasma Rifle him. That'll flip him over. And then I want to Mind Scan, and I want to establish perimeter, but I don't think I have the resource for that. So if we flip him over, we can play... Okay, if we play establish perimeter first, okay, it's fine. We're going to ignore the establish perimeter because I think we need the Mind Scan instead. Okay, so let's use our Plasma Rifle. Exhaust this card, spend energy resource, so we can do 4 damage to Mister Sinister because there's 5 sides in victory display, but the cap is 4. So that'll bring it from 8 down to 4, and that attack has range, so he won't retaliate. Then we're going to have Hope Summers with her 3 attack +1 with Boot Camp, swing for 4. That'll bring Mister Sinister from 4 down to 0. And then he will retaliate 1, so let's remember to do that, because he has to retaliate with the telepathy. So she takes the damage, and that's going to flip him over to its final stage. Mister Sinister stage 3. When review, place 2 threat on the main scheme, 3 threat instead if Mister Sinister has fewer than 2 superpower attachments. So he has 2 superpower attachments, so it's going to be only 2 threat to the main scheme, so it's going to go up to 3. We do need to clear it. If we have... Okay, so we already used Cables ready. Oh, and he should have 21 hit points. Okay, let's see, he has Overkill, so we could also have Ironheart just handle it. Getting down in Stash Perimeter or a Mind Scan would be nice here. Let's see. If we have Cable, I think I want to have Cable swing and then try to end him next turn. Okay, so we're going to have Cable attack Mr. Sinister. We're going to use our hand cannon. So that's going to give Cable +2. He has a base of 3, so it's going to be 5 damage. That'll bring Mr. Sinister from 21 down to 16. And he will retaliate for 1, so he's going to hit his back. We drop from 8 down to 7. And then I think we want to... Let's have Ironheart thwart for 1 from the main scheme. That will bring this from 3 down to 2. She will take consequential damage, and she gets discarded. That will prevent that from flipping next turn. And then we will use the body size as a resource to play Establish Perimeter. This will come with 2 threat. When it's defeated, we can get a tough stats card. And that's going to end our turn. We're going to ready back up. And then, should we discard the Mind Scan to try to draw that second Telekinetic Blast? I think that's worth it. So we're going to discard the Mind Scan and let's draw back up to our hands as a 5 here. Hoping we can get a Telekinetic Blast. Okay, we got it. Alright, so we should be able to end it if we can survive this last turn. So Mr. Sinister's turn, he's going to add 2 to the main scheme. It goes up to 4. He's going to attack us. Let's just take the attack to the face, because we do have our Telekinetic Force. Yeah, so let's just take it. He's hitting with a base of 3 with Overkill, plus a boost card of 0. Okay, so we're just going to take that to the face. So that drops from 7 down to 4. We should be good with another attack now, because we still have the Telekinetic Force Field. Nothing happens after he attacks. Yeah, so then he gets a face down encounter card, which is Sinister Schemes. When reviewed Mr. Sinister Schemes, if he has a psionic trait, you are confused. Okay, so we get confused because he just has the psionic trait now with telepathy. And he's going to scheme with a base of 4 plus a boost card here of 1, and the boost effects, you are stunned. Oh no, okay, so that is not good. So we get stunned and we are confused. He's scheming with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to flip this. So when this is defeated, advance to another stage 2A. If there's none, we go to stage 3A. So when reviewed, do each player, oh man, this is going to get reviewed right here. Do each player face on encounter card. And then, let's see, this will come with 0 threat. Whenever Sinister attacks, he attacks Hope Summers instead. And then this will start with 0 threat. Since this encounter card was dealt while we are revealing encounter cards, we reveal this one as well. High ground, review, discard each tough stats from each friendly character. Okay, so we don't have anything. And the players as a group take 2 indirect damage, 4 indirect damage instead if the villain has a brute. He does not have brute, he has aerial and psionic. So we just take 2 indirect damage. So let's take them, if we take them both as cable, then we should be fine. Yeah, okay, let's take both on cable. So we're dropping from 4 down to 2. Right, only 2 indirect damage. Yeah, okay. All right. That was kind of rough, but it's back to our turn here. So we just got to remember he has retaliate 1. Okay, so Hope has 3 attack, copying cables 3 plus 1 with boot camp. So she's going to swing at Mr. Sinister for 4. That will bring him from 16 down to 12. And Hope will take a retaliate. So she has 1 hit point left. We're going to have cable attack. That will remove our stun status here. Then we're going to use our Plasma Rifle, exhaust this card, spend energy resource, the Grey Malkin, to do damage to an enemy equal to amount of side scheme in the victory display. We have 5, but the cap is 4, so that will bring him from 12 down to 8, doing that 4 damage. And that attack has range, so Mr. Sinister won't retaliate. Then we're going to use this as 3 resources, so we can play a Telekinetic Blast. Do 6 damage to an enemy, do 1 additional damage to an enemy for each side scheme in the victory display. We have 5, so it's going to be 11 damage, and that will bring Mr. Sinister from 8 down to 0. And that is Mr. Sinister on expert mode.